I'm Mike Austin. I'd like to introduce to you Mike Dunaway. He is probably the longest hitter that has ever lived. He has won numerous driving contests all over the world. He's my personal friend, and we are going to explain to you the principles, the latest principles, dealing with how a golf swing is constructed. Now, I'm going to tell you something about golf. Over 700 years ago, the Hollanders introduced golf. It was then called K-O-F-F. Now, cough was the word. But the Scots popularized the game of golf, and they changed it from cough to golf, and it's played now all over the world. There have been as many different systems of teaching as there are golfers and golf pros in the world. If you went to work for a pro, you had to teach what the man told you to teach, or else you were fired. So they were able to teach these different ways according to the pros' whims since its inception. But in the last 25 years, there's been a definite change. It's going to more science. They were dealing first with physics, then they went into the geometry of the swing, and then they incorporated kinesiology. Kinesiology is a scientific analyzation of muscular motion. And with this, we're able to control the joints of the skeletal system, the muscles that cause the joints to move, and the nerve that stimulate the muscles for the operation of the golf swing. This science is so precise, and it isn't something that we're guessing out. We can take an electromyograph and attach it to the various muscles and tell what muscle stimulates to cause the actions in the joints you want, and how long it stays in stimulation before it's relaxed. And with this knowledge that we have, it's so precise, and with the machine, the electromyograph machine, to verify that which we are talking about, Mike Dunaway and I will be telling exactly how the golf swing is constructed. He will demonstrate, I will explain. I'm going to turn the mic over now to Mr. Dunaway.
Thank you, buddy. Well, that was a nice introduction, and I appreciate the kind words. And what success I've been able to accomplish in the golf business is directly due to the gentleman sitting right next beside me. In my opinion, Michael Austin is at least 20 years ahead of anything that's ever been done in any kind of teaching in golf. Michael, not only does he have one of the finest golf swings in the world, one of his tremendous achievements is he holds the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest drive ever hit, 515 yards in Las Vegas. But he has a tremendous working knowledge and one of the most beautiful golf swings in the whole world. He has degrees in kinesiology, physics, engineering, 2 years of medicine, and with what he mentioned a while ago, it is absolutely the most incredible study that I personally have ever been involved with in golf. Not only is the motion effective, but it is the most efficient way in the entire world to swing a golf club. You can get more out of less with what we're fixing to explain to you over the next probably several hours, but I'm really honored to be a part, for him to choose me to be a part of this presentation, because I really believe that it could be a turning point in the golf instruction world. You know, you look at golf, and we've got, in the United States, close to 25 million people that play, and I'd have to say that 95% of them slice a ball. I'd have to say that only, 5% of them can break 90. And so you have to take a look at what's really taught, from the initial point. And there's 2 or 3 major points that will be discussed in this video that I think that will totally change the initial move and the overall pattern of what's really done in the golf swing. And like I say, I'm very honored to be a part of this presentation. I'm going to be doing a lot of the demonstration, and Mike was going to be commenting, but we're going to use more or less kind of a laid-back question and answer thing that we used in my teaching. And the one thing that I can do that Michael can't do, he can't represent a student's view. So I have several hundred questions, which I will be asking him, and through the process, he's going to be pushing me, turning me, prodding me, and we're going to get to the bottom of the exact movements of a golf swing. What this will do in the golf world, where all golf instruction gets a little bit crazy, is kind of fact versus feel. Well, this video is going to go beyond feel. This is going to make, we're going to be accountable for every single movement that we do in the golf swing, and it will be based on irrefutable, unarguable facts. There won't be anybody talking about physics or physiology or leverage or according to physics without really understanding exactly what those words mean. Some of the terminologies that you'll hear will be a little bit new, but they're absolutely accurate, right on line, and this videotape will give you years and years. Over the years, I probably have 16, 17 hours of tape of Michael and myself, and I go back over it, I learn something every single day. Even today, we're working, before we get ready to, I'm incorporating something a little bit, just a little bit of a new thing. It's just tremendous. You know, I just feel like this teaching method gives you the advantage that you will need. There's no way not to become a better golfer and have an understanding. It's different. A lot of people take golf lessons to learn. I never realized when I was learning from Mike that I would end up being what I feel like is I have a lifelong livelihood in teaching. It's just a superior way to look at motion, and Michael Austin is, well, I'll, at the risk of repeating myself, is by far the most qualified golf instructor that the world has ever seen. You know, in my brief career, I've had the opportunity to literally go all over the world, and I think probably the most impressive thing that I personally have ever seen is, of course, my dear friendship with Michael here and our association of teaching things. But this year Michael's 84, but from the time he was 76 till the time he was 80 years old, I had the privilege of playing probably 50 rounds of golf with him. And during that time, we also went to 12 different cities around the world, 4 or 5 places here in the United States and in Japan during various long drive contests. Now think about this. Between the time he was 76 to the time he was 80, over a period of time, over 12 competitions, he averaged 308 yards in a competitive situation. And during that time when I had the opportunity to play with Michael, I can honestly say I only saw him probably in 50 rounds of golf literally hit 1 or 2 what I would call bad shots.